up. So, game number 3, get hype, Monsoon Gaming and Eclipse, going back and forth, playing out of their minds. I actually have no idea who was blue and who was red. I have to figure that out very quickly. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. Who was blue? Who made the game? Once I find that out, we can go into it, but game number 3 is possibly on the most volatile map that I know. Eclipse made it. All right, so Eclipse is blue. Monsoon Gaming is going to be red. There we go. Bam, done, ready to go. And we are going to the Tomb of the Spider Queen, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is going to be even more team fights, if that was even possible. It's apparently possible because we're going to it right now. It's draft underway. We're going to join it mid-draft. Well, not mid-draft. They just started, so... Eclipse on the blue does not get first pick. It will be red. So Monsoon Gaming, and they're saying nuts to Sylvanas. None of her. And it looks like the Nubarak ban worked out well for Eclipse. So they're going to continue on with it. Why not? Monsoon, I think 3 for 3. This is an Uther pick in the first round of picks. Eclipse is now going to be saying, give us that Brightwing. We're not going to let you get that double again because that was just too silly. And they're going to take a Kael'thas on that as well. So healers already picked up from both sides. It was a cheeky steal in the last round for that double support hype. And they didn't even go like an Illidan or anything, even though he was available. So nothing like that this time. Eclipse saying, let's just play a little bit more standard. And if you want to go double, you're going to have to take a Malfurion if it's going to be so. So Uther is going to be joined by the Lady of Ice, Jaina, and once more his trusty sidekick, Mirrodin. And that is meaning we are caught up to Eclipse. Tomb of the Spider Queen does usually favor earlier game comps. It's a smaller map, and there's a lot of roaming, a lot of kill potential. I would highly expect to see some roamers, early games, range DPS in this. Not what I just saw, which is once more Lost Viking hype. Now, the Vikings by themselves, Hao Win did phenomenally well with those Vikings. I would even put him as MVP. Like, his early game was phenomenal. Nobody could touch him. His boats were on point, and eventually they won. So, you know, props to them. But there's no big objectives here for, like, a Viking to pilot, and that's one of the big key strengths here. Will they set up 3 Vikings in 3 lanes and do a 4-man roam? So far, the draft says no. It's very possible. They might just put Hao in 1 lane and just kind of leave him to his own devices bottom lane, because bottom lane doesn't get ganked that much. It's usually between the ping pong of top and bottom, or top and mid. That's much better. So Eclipse, I mean, they could really go any way here. Do they want to put up their warrior? Do they want to put up another range DPS? Vala is still on the table. Kael'thas was already picked. Sylvanas is already banned. So... I don't know why I keep talking. Either way. The Elite Tauren Chieftain will be the pick for Eclipse, though, so they will have to put up another damage DR afterwards, or a flex. They could put up a flex. I don't think that would work, but they could. Monsoon. They have the Uther, they got the Mirrodin. Double Warriors has been a thing tonight. Could easily go Tyrael here. Vala is still on the table. Falstad, Zagara, Zeratul, despite anybody's misgivings about Zeratul, did extremely well. And a Zeratul could work out really well here, too. In fact, that might actually even be the Eclipse finish. Could be a Zeratul there. Could Monsoon go out of the box a little and go with a Nova? Brightwing can't really dodge out of snipes. Kael'thas can't dodge. Vikings are going to blow up past level 13, level 16. Could do some decent roams. You could get the double stealth roam, although it's not really very effective at this level of play. Monsoon will take the Vala, so I did expect to see her picked up. Just wasn't entirely too sure by who. So there she is. And Monsoon finally have listened to the callings of my heart. That's not it. Double Kael'thas hype. WTF, 2 Kael'thas's. No, it's going to be a Kerrigan. Sorry. Kerrigan! Kerrigan, Uther. I've been waiting for the Uther pick to lead into a melee like this all night. That's a lie. The first game, he did the same thing. But Monsoon is going to be the Kerrigan. Monsoon with the Uther, Divine Shield. They got the Diving Buddy with the Mirrodin. They got the Jaina for the damage. They got probably a Strafe, I want to say, with the Vala. And for such a small map and the roams, I think it's great. Kerrigan, Jaina roam, or Kerrigan, Mirrodin roam. It's going to be great, I think. Don't know, actually, because the game's tied up 1-1. Eclipse, despite me saying a flex will probably not do them any good, are going to take a flex. They have themselves a probable Archon hype. The Savior of the Templar will be joining for the last game of the night here, ladies and gentlemen, for Eclipse up against Monsoon Gaming here in the ESL NA Open League. It's not the NA, it's the Americas, but yeah. Tomb of the Spider Queen is our last map of the night. These are our last drafts of the night. And you guys are the last viewers of the night. Yeah, viewers. Again, I feel a little bad because I cut off all the follow notifications. I never actually thought they would go from game to game. That was pretty insane because you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Do a little dance, do a little love. You guys are awesome. So that is it. We are just awaiting here in the lobby for the go signal, and we are going to be jumping into game number 3. Now, it's a smaller map. I said that a little bit. Vikings do excel a little bit more on bigger maps or maps with bigger objectives. Get into a plant, get into a terror, soak 3 lanes, soak and take a temple, that kind of thing. Here, it's going to be volatile. I believe Hao Win knows exactly what he's doing. So I'm not expecting to see big punishment on top of these Vikings. But what will it be? Will it be the roam? Doesn't really feel like a roam squad here from Eclipse. There's very little CC available to them. ETC can go in, and then I guess you Gust and Polymorph. But yeah, it might not work. So I do think it will be a bit more static lanes from Eclipse. I think the Vikings will either 2-1 split or 3-0. And Monsoon is, I want to say, is definitely going to be roaming. Can Monsoon leverage early roaming, especially with the Kerrigan, on early Vikings to a win? Will this come into late game, having a Kael'thas, a Ragnar Rock and Roll, Archons, that kind of thing? Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Talk amongst yourselves, because these teams are out of their minds. So many games tonight. We've done, this will be game number 8 tonight of a possible 9. It's always a warm, fuzzy feeling in the heart for a caster to get to a game 3 of a best of 3, but wow, it has been absolutely ridiculous. I'm surprised my voice is still holding up, to be honest. I got to do Gosu Gamers in the morning. Rip me. That's okay. I'll just solo it then too, because I'm awesome, right? Right? We have more NA Open games tomorrow, probably even go for Heroes tomorrow as well. So there's a lot of Heroes content to consume. Then, of course, June 1, June 2, June 3 is probably going to be peppered by a ton of show matches and personality matches. Of course, the launch as well. And then I hear something special coming up on the weekend, but I'll get back to you on that one. So, last game of the night, Eclipse once more transferring over to the Trunks in Blue. Mano, LZ Gamer, Sunshine, CGGG, and Hao Win to be your left-hand side of Eclipse. On the flip, it will be Alterity, Escher, Wilted, Critical GZ. I have to actually, is it like Critical Grats, Critical Gs? Not entirely sure. And Soma, and they will be making up Monsoon Gaming. Can go either way. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, the Death Ball is going to be real. We have already the Templar with that clarity, with the Oracle. So he sees the impending doom. They do not get hit by it. Vikings are not split. Looks like they will 3-man the bot. Who will they go up against? Could be Vala, could be Uther. Actually, yeah, it's going to, well, it has to be a 1-man because, again, they're going to be roaming. We got Jaina top, Uther mid, so that's going to be a Mirrodin Kerrigan roam. Mirrodin Kerrigan might be a little bit weird for the roam choice, but they have so much lockdown, and they come to a lane already with a built-in DPS with the Vala or with the Jaina. So it's just like Jaina was roaming, except that you're always going to be paired with the DPS. So they're going to show themselves here mid. They cannot really do too much between the Oracles as well as the scouting drone. You see the scouting drones here from Brightwing, so he's just placing them in these vent areas. So they're not really going to get, I think, a lot of kills unless they go down into the bottom, where there actually is no scouting drone. Curious. And they gank out the Vikings. Vikings before jump love to get CC'd to death. Absolutely. Just to have Vala just slam on them all night. Absolutely. Do I have game sounds? I do have game sounds. Good! Great. Scouting drone has 2 hit points. I love that. Boom, it's gone. All right, the counter roam to the top. I guess we are going to have a little bit at least. Oop, there it is. I called it, and I didn't even catch it on camera. I do apologize. But a quarter of a kill, hardly enough to drop your pants for. Sunshine, LZ, and Mano. Mano's actually going back and forth, pinging, but still, even if he goes in, oh, he gets hit by Soma. get spotted. Even if he goes in, like, Brightwing's not really a follow-up. And now LZ Gamer coming with it, it's still not a follow-up. This is just, like, they don't have an early roam squad at all. There's no CC past, really, the ETC, and, like, Sunshine way there in the back. Like, I just don't see it happening. I'd be super surprised. Level 3 now coming out, though. Vala still doing a good work here. And at the bottom, Hal Win, of course, has only lost out that quarter, but he lost it out a heck of a lot earlier than last game, I'll tell you that. Mano's going to go in, doesn't hit anything. And the ping pong is real. Just going back and forth, back and forth. Wilted now coming down. Doesn't get caught by the Oracle. In fact, I'm not even sure an Oracle was popped. I thought I saw it pop, but I could be wrong. Kerrigan now thinking about it. If Kerrigan jumps LZ's just going to walk away. If he jumps Sunshine, that should be a dead Sunshine. You know, assuming the Mirrodin and Jaina actually follow up. But yeah, if they jump the Brightwing, it's light. I want to say it's going to be a kill, but it's kind of iffy. So that really only leaves you with early good options of Vikings. And Vikings are really playing hard up against Critical. My goodness. That go in with the Olaf, the charge, that slow is just so good for the two ranged ones to kind of collapse upon. So Hal Win once again playing out of his mind as we knew he would. Here comes the Mirrodin, here comes the Kerrigan. Hal Win saying, yeah, I'm not too afraid. There's no Vala here. But we are soaking. That's the important part. It's all about the experience soak for now. We do got 20 gems in versus the 6. Wilted is going to be okay. He's keeping enough distance here that a power slide would be extremely hard to do. I think Alterity and crew went in, but they didn't really catch anyone. So this early roam squad is actually not working from either side. It's only the quarter kill so far on the board. So let's take a look at level 4. Double promotes. Yes. Oh, yes. Ducklings, breadcrumbs. Yes, 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 yes. Give me a trick. Oh, yes, there in the chat if you guys got that sub. Promote. That is slightly terrifying. Now, we do got a little bit more early game team fight potential with the Double Envenom. Double Envenom and the multi-shot build. Multi-shot build pretty much just to deal with Vikings. But I mean, it's just a good build overall. If you don't have like anything really special in mind, just go multi-shot. You can thank me later. It's cool. So stuns, but LZ will walk away, as mentioned earlier. So yes, nothing big going to be happening here early. Level 6s, now almost level 7s, so we'll have to see what they get at that. It's not going to be Storm Bolts today. It is Reverberation Thunderburn. This will be Pierce at 7, I believe, for our Mirrodin. I could be wrong. Let's see. Nope, that's the Pierce. So that's a little bit more of the battle-oriented one. The Sledgehammer is cool and all, but yeah, on this map, you shouldn't need it. So the Reverberation with the Thunderburn is not only attack speed and movement speed slow, but it's also a little bit of a burn. And then at level 13, likely to see the 300% talent. Although up against Viking teams, like, it's not too much you're ever going to get 300% from, but c'est la vie. So what kind of tower damage do we got? Well, top is out of ammo and starting to very slowly go down. Mid is okay. Mid is okay. Or bottom is okay. The Vikings have held up very well. Mid is actually flawless from Eclipse, and so is their top. So in terms of the push, it's a little bit better coming out here from Eclipse. They definitely have done more infrastructure damage, and they haven't given up any kills, but they haven't scored any either. They did get Web Weavers. How did I miss that? Blue Web Weavers are released, so now a little bit more push to go with their push. That's likely a dead tower, I want to say. Wilted should be able to clean this up, but the push mid is going to be pretty decent. Between LZ, Sunshine, and CG. I wonder if they're really just going to go for push comps all day. They got double promote, they got Tassadar, and now, you know, with the Vikings down here as well, they're pushing all 3 lanes simultaneously, and that is netting them all that tasty tower experience. That's going to put them about a half level ahead. So there might not be kills, might look like a little bit of a gridlock, but the siege damage is real, ladies and gentlemen. There goes that mid tower, so that's 3 towers, 4 towers, almost 5. No towers have ammo. In fact, this top fort is starting to lose its ammo at a pretty alarming rate as well. So yes, Eclipse definitely a little bit more in the lead, still between a quarter and a half level. They will hit 10 first. Will they use it to do anything? It's a good question. They had an 18 to 20 advantage last round. They didn't do anything with it, and you all know what happened there. Actually, they still won. So. I take it back. Here it is, though. Heroics are going to be on the board. We do got a lot of gems being dunked down. LZ puts on 18. We're at 47 of 50 here for Monsoon. But they're not in any position by these cocoons. The cocoons are being camped out pretty hard here by Eclipse. They don't want to deal with their own spiders. And there's the level 10. Half level or so to go. Phoenix, Blink Heal, Longboat, Mosh Pit, Archon. I would be very surprised if it was a Force Wall. I think you really do need the Archon here. You need that kind of damage. Alterity finds LZ. Force phase shifts, no problem. No capitalization for the heroics. It will be now level 10 for both sides. Summon Water Elemental. Maelstrom Avatar. Vala doesn't know. I expected Strafe. Yep, Strafe. And Divine Shield. So the Divine Shield and the Maelstrom is a pretty potent combo. Because not only will you get the heals off from the Uther, especially if he's dead, you get more heals off from the Uther. But the Maelstrom will return a lot of shields to Alterity as they dunk down enough gems for their own spiders. And the Divine Shield Maelstrom is just a really good way to build up those shields there as well. Nice combo from Alterity, but it doesn't hit. The execution was there, but they just didn't find the right target. So 11 to 10 as both teams are still very much killless. I think we had more kills in Dragonshire than this team fight-oriented map, but there it is. Hao-Win still hasn't really left bottom lane. He's just going to deal with this spider and try to do his best. We do got the push, real 5-man push here for Monsoon. Out goes a perfectly placed Phoenix. It's really hard to collapse and push where there's a Phoenix tickling your spike. I don't know what Alterity's doing, but Kerrigan gets just slammed. She's going to actually be the first real blood here. There goes the strafe, and here comes the Vikings, and the counter is real. The slow on top of critical, but Mano does not have the positioning to follow up with a mosh. Still, towers down, towers bottom are still flawless. Top is going to take some damage, but Kerrigan jumping in or getting caught that far forward does not do Monsoon any favors. Level 12 to just under 11.5. We are going to be looking at 13 fairly soon for Eclipse, and that will have a talent tier advantage that comes up with them. So with that advantage, we might start seeing more team fights. Until then, it's very much a PvE game. Get as many as many gems as you can, dunk them down. We only need 5 more from Eclipse, and they'll have another set of spiders. 8 for Howl, and everybody's camping this top, but they're going to get a rude surprise when Web Weavers descend from the top because of the Vikings, and the Vikings just go right back to their lane, pushing out. Split pushing is just the name of the game for Howe today. Does he have boat? He does have boat. Would actually be surprised to see play again. Wow, Mano is going to die for that mosh pit. Throws out the mosh and dies. Didn't quite catch who he wanted, but there was no follow-up. I mean, it was just Kael'thas. Kael'thas, Mosh, and a Phoenix? That's not going to be kills. Not by themselves. So, critical with the strafe down here. It's going to get Howl low. He's going to jump. He's going to boat. He's probably going to kill critical. Goodbye, Vala. The spider played a really big part in that. He did that that push right there. Basically just murdered Vala for the Vikings. And Vikings hype, ladies and gentlemen. Hao-Win is making the plays bottom lane. Well, okay, not 0, but almost no damage on his own side. Takes the entire enemy encampment by himself with spiders. Phenomenal. They're level 13 now as well. You got Impatience as a virtue. Ice Blink. Ice Block. I don't know why I keep calling it Blink. Flamethrower, Prescience, and Showstopper. So reduces all damage by 25%. Good stuff. And it's going to be really kind of hard to kill out Mano, I feel. After he power slides in and moshes, yeah, good luck. We still got a spider pushing up bottom. Here goes another Phoenix. This is going to start working away on the gate. And with enough help, we will take down this tower. But there's not enough help. In fact, everybody's just going to be retreating. We don't have a boat. In fact, we don't have a majority of our heroics, whereas Monsoon does. That's why they're going in. That's why they're looking for this. The stun is only going to hit Mono. Are they really going to look for Mono? That was not the combo Alterity needed. That kind of actually almost looked like it was super delayed, and now he's still in the back. He's going to be the weakest of the Gazelle, and he's going to get hurted. He just turns. He looks for the combo. They actually get it. Tassadar does not get oppressions or anything to his name. Alterity doesn't get Divine Shielded or just ended, and will pay for it. There goes Mano, though, as well. A nice turnabout and kill everyone maneuver from Monsoon Gaming. Gets him a 3-for-1 trade, and 84 gems to their name means this could be Spiders. Could be Spiders. Well, in a minute, there could be Spiders. Kael'thas being annoying, Sunshine, well done. Level 13s, let's check them out. Double sprints from not only the Kerrigan, but the Jaina. We also got the Healing Static. Not what I expected, but all right. Healing Static it is. Frost Shot and Shrink Ray for the Viking boat, I suppose. You can actually Shrink Ray a boat, but you can't CC it. But you can shrink it. That makes sense, right? Web Red Weavers. Yeah, good job, Jester. Red Web Weavers released level 14 to 15. We're still down in experience here for Monsoon, but they got some really good map positioning. And yeah, we're just gonna push in. In fact, I was gonna say, did Web Weaver just get melted? It did. It's just back here. Push, and the bottom one I guess got cleaned up. So don't think this will be forts. Oh, it's way back here. That is just unfortunate. Yeah, no forts off of this push, but still, we're trying to make up a lot of that experience. And that experience is, well, I mean, it's mounting. We're down to less than a level between the teams. But the big problem is that Monsoon now has to go up against the team of 16. If they can take down Mono, that will be a really good momentum push for them. You even saw the Shrink Ray. That was a little ETC. How cute. I want to put them on my bookshelf here. But yeah, 16 is now unblocked, and we're not going to be probably looking for a fight anytime soon here for Monsoon. Because look at this. Dimensional Warp. Ignite. That's the big one. That Ignite is just ridiculously overpowered. Critterized, Norse Force, and the Speed Metal. This is a really good spot for Eclipse. They did lose out that last team fight. They did not expect that about face and destroy, but they still maintain that lead. They get the Bruisers. Bruisers will start pushing out mid. They have 56. Okay, they have enough gems to dunk down and get themselves some Spiders. Spiders plus Mercs plus a team fight could actually swing things in their favor. Are they actually going to dunk down enough, though? We don't have everyone going for it. Nope, it's going to be a look for a kill. We had the rush forward, the go on the Viking. Got some damage on top of critical, but there's no big follow-up past that. So it's not a huge cooldown to waste. Go. It'll be back up soon. They're not going to go for the Spiders. In fact, now they're confident enough to venture into the throw pit. We almost have 16. From Monsoon. If they can get 16, they're going to charge into this. But it's also a bait. There's no way to check the information in here from Monsoon. So, but they also now see that they're not there, obviously, because they're in front of them. 16 here is for Monsoon. We didn't do anything with that advantage. Yeah, Esther's just going to go in and check. Just make sure they weren't miscounting. We do have the blue Web Weavers now. You got to start the boss now if you want to do it during this phase. And they are going to start it. Gutsy stuff. We got Northern Exposure, Blood for Blood, Blood for Blood, Stone Form, and Benediction. But Mano's getting stunned. Is he even going to get off this Maj? He will. Is the heals going to be enough? CG is keeping him alive. Alterity low. The Dwarf is out. The Mosh Pit was successful. Soma's going to drop here as well. And that is a possible kill coming up on top of Wilted. No, he's too far forward. They're not going to get critical, but wow, they really, really tried to take down ETC, and they really got punished for it. That is exactly what Eclipse wanted. They didn't get the boss, it leashed, it disappeared into nothingness. But level 18 to 16, they're back on track. They're pushing with the Web Weavers. 3 lanes are going right up to the keeps. Bottom lane, the keep is starting to already take the damage. The middle tower is gone, and the top keep is going to be the first to fall. 18-16. Everyone's now coming back up here from Monsoon. It's just, that was a phenomenal set of plays right there from Eclipse. Is Mono actually going to get out of this one? He will. movement speed at level 16 with speed metal. Got him out of that Kerrigan. Has Kerrigan even landed a combo? At least not on camera. Not on camera. I don't think I've seen a single Kerrigan combo land on camera. That is unfortunate. Level 19 to just 17. A little bit more, and we'll have a very similar situation to our last game, where it's level 20 to 18. This is a much smaller map, and there's not very big objectives to go grab in terms of dragons, in terms of gardens, plants. But look at this, going right through the creeps, up to the throw pit, but they can't do it. They just don't have the time. We got pings into the bottom. This keep is on its last legs, and it's now dead and dusted. The charge forward here from Eclipse is going to stop the boss attempt. If that was even a boss attempt, it might have just been a little bit of a bait and switch. But they lose out the keep for free. We got Mercs pushing down for free. Lots of map pressure, 28 gems to the name of Eclipse, so they can't quite get more spiders. But they don't need them at this point. They're 19 3/4, 0.8, 0.85. They're getting up to 20. And that is really where the end game is going to be. One good fight with a team that's 20 to 17 is going to be it. It's going to be up. It's going to be up. Now, I say that, but that's just theory. Of course, gameplay is going to be huge when it comes to this. And we've seen teams today bring back so many comebacks, so many throws, so many just, are you kidding me moments. So I'm not going to write off anyone yet. It's still anybody's game, but it's a huge advantage going the way of Eclipse, as they do just now hit level 20. Yes! Just talk like William Shatner when you need to delay. So Escher and crew are looking to hit their 18. They got to deal with catapults in 2 lanes, and it's not a lot of travel time from A to B. These lanes are not that long. Catapults will start tickling those cores soon enough. What do we got at 20? Blink, Ragnarok, and Roll Tour Bus. Pretty much the same as last round. Tassadar likely for an Archon, I want to say. So if it's not an Archon, it's a rewind. Brightwing, I want to say Storm Shield. There it is. Storm Shield. Come on, Tass. Show us the goods, baby. He doesn't know. Nelzy doesn't know. What can Nelzy even get? He can get Archon. He can get Rewind. I think he can get Storm Shield. Could be wrong. Might be Storm Shield. Shields on shields? Either way, it's going to be an Archon. Come on, show us the Archon. Show us the goods. Show us. All right, well, he'll figure it out. Big pressure here into the mid-keep. 2-level difference. There it is, Archon. Use the level advantage, Eclipse. Push in. They need 38 gems. They have half of that with 16. Almost half of that. If they can get 20-ish, I don't know. If they can get a bunch more seeds and dunk down, Web Weavers will be pushing on core. Instead, it looks like they will once more attempt the throw pit. This is going to make or break. Really good placement of that scouting jump. It's pretty obvious that they're coming up. This will make or break. This is it. Possibly the last fight. Mano goes in. Stage dive. Mosh pit. And it's good. 1 kill. 2 kills. The Uther is not coming back to life on that one. He does not have 20. Alterity is down with the Kerrigan. They took out Mono, but they paid for it with 3 of their own teammates. Escher is now going to be dropping low. Critical is not going to be able to do anything here for the defense. And I think this is where you rush the core. I say that, but apparently they're going to rush the boss instead. I cannot believe I said stage dive. I cannot believe I said stage dive. Double promotes are scary. Scary things. Catapults in 3 lanes are scary things. And now a boss to be pushing down at 20 minutes and you are down 3 team members. It is a scary thing. 21-19. And this is looking like a win for Eclipse. It really is looking like a win. Rip. 1,500 viewers, says Stage Dive. GG. All right. Everyone's coming back up, but yeah. Mano's going to have to hoof it. Literally hoof it. All the way over, but we got a big boss coming at 21 minutes in, and this is the last-ditch defense. The throw pit did not live up to its name. We have red Web Weavers. That's cool. Boss doesn't care. Team fight up into the back. Viking boat was destroyed. The Norse force already thrown out as well. The last-ditch defense might actually be good. at least for a few minutes. We got the web weavers keeping off the catapults. You see a loaded one there as well. And now with this boss coming in, the core is starting to take damage. Wilted is going to jump. There's another Viking boat. I lied. They didn't use it before. I guess it was just on cooldown. And there goes the game, ladies and gentlemen. 27, 16, 15, 10. Your winners will be Eclipse Gaming. They will move on to the next round here of the playoffs to be played at a later date. And what a series of games. Super well played by everyone tonight. But bask in the glory that is Eclipse. Congratulations, guys. You can't even see Brightwing in that. Kael'thas's cloak is too good. There is a Brightwing back there, I swear. It's just off to the left. Kael'thas, you dirty cloak guy. You gotta let the short people through too, bro. Wow, what a night of games. What a night of games, ladies and gentlemen. I'm absolutely thrilled you're all able to join me tonight for the epic Open League. Some of these teams are going to majors, or at least they're going to relegations to defeat the teams in majors, and then maybe they're going to majors. Who will it be? Wild Growth moves on. Eclipse moves on. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. Wild Growth, Luxury, Eclipse, Wild Growth moves on. Flick of the Wrist, they were the first ones tonight. They move on. Eclipse moves on. And apparently Bota Na Fila also moves on. A Brazilian team that defeated Furious Gaming. I'll see if I can get those replays, but maybe not because I just spoiled it. We will have more replays. I think we have a live game tomorrow at 3 p.m. here on the FourCourtJester channel. And before I do that, I'm just going to kill the YouTube. So thanks for watching, YouTubians. It was definitely a pleasure, and we'll see you in the next game.